Have you ever wondered if leeches are in fact aliens from another galaxy? A peculiar question, isn't it? But what if I told you there's more to these small, slimy creatures than meets the eye? Leeches, the little bloodsuckers, are some of the most intriguing organisms on Earth. Their unique characteristics have baffled scientists for years, leading some to question whether they really are of this world. Let's delve a bit deeper into this theory, shall we? For starters, leeches have been around for a long time. We're talking about hundreds of millions of years. That's right, these creatures swam alongside dinosaurs and have managed to survive multiple mass extinctions. Quite a feat for such small creatures, wouldn't you agree? Now, this remarkable resilience could be due to their adaptability. Leeches inhabit a variety of environments, from freshwater streams to terrestrial habitats, and even some marine environments. This wide-ranging adaptability is quite unusual and certainly raises a few eyebrows. But wait, there's more. Leeches have an uncanny ability to survive without food for months on end. They can literally starve for a year and still bounce back when a meal finally comes along. If that's not alien-like, I don't know what is. And let's not forget about their peculiar reproductive system. Leeches are hermaphrodites, meaning each leech has both male and female reproductive organs. This allows them to reproduce without the need for a partner. Talk about self-sufficiency. Finally, consider their feeding habits. Leeches latch onto their hosts and consume blood, their primary source of nutrition. They secrete an anesthetic to numb the area and an anticoagulant to keep the blood flowing. This sophisticated feeding mechanism is unlike anything else in the animal kingdom. So what do we make of this? Are leeches just a product of evolution's quirky sense of humor, or are they emissaries from a far-flung galaxy? The truth, as always, likely lies somewhere in between. But one thing's for sure, if leeches aren't aliens, they sure do a splendid job of pretending to be. Leeches, nature's little vampires or interstellar hitchhikers? Let's dive into the annals of history and evolution to find out. Leeches have been slithering around this planet for hundreds of millions of years, predating dinosaurs and outliving them too. They've seen continents drift apart and come back together, and have borne witness to the rise and fall of countless species. Now, if that's not an impressive resume, I don't know what is. But it's not just their longevity that's impressive. It's their survival skills. Leeches can survive in a variety of environments, from freshwater ponds to the human bloodstream. They are like the Houdinis of the natural world, slipping into places you'd think they couldn't possibly survive. And then there's their reproduction. Leeches are hermaphrodites, which means each individual has both male and female reproductive organs, not needing a mate to reproduce. That's an alien concept in itself. Let's not forget their feeding habits. Leeches are sanguivorous, which means they feed on the blood of their hosts. They latch on, inject an anesthetic so you don't feel them, and then secrete an anticoagulant to keep the blood flowing. It's an eerily efficient process, almost as if it was designed by beings from another world. Lastly, there's their resilience. Leeches can survive without a meal for months, and some species can even survive drought by burying themselves in the ground and entering a state of suspended animation. Now, if that doesn't scream alien, I don't know what does. So let's put it all together. Leeches are ancient, adaptable, self-reproducing, blood-sucking, and incredibly resilient. These traits don't just make them extraordinary survivors, they make them uncannily alien-like. So, next time you see a leech, remember, you might be looking at an extraterrestrial. Did you know that leeches have a bizarre and alien-like life cycle? Let's delve into this fascinating world. Leeches, unlike the majority of Earth's inhabitants, undergo a metamorphosis that can only be described as otherworldly. They start their life journey as eggs, which are often secured in a protective cocoon. These eggs hatch into tiny, transparent larvae that do not resemble adult leeches in any way, shape, or form. Talk about a dramatic entrance. As they grow, these larvae undergo a series of molts, shedding their old skin to reveal a new one underneath. It's as if they're trying on different costumes, deciding which one fits their mood for the day. Now, doesn't that sound like something straight out of an alien shapeshifter movie? Once they reach adulthood, leeches can live for several years. And here's the twist. They can survive without food for up to a year. Imagine if we humans could do that. We'd all be saving a fortune on groceries. But wait, there's more. Leeches have the ability to reproduce both sexually and asexually, a trait known as hermaphroditism. Each leech is equipped with both male and female reproductive organs. When it's time to reproduce, they can either find a partner or go solo. It's like they're throwing the rule book of biology out the window. Then comes the most alien-like part. Leeches, after laying their eggs, often wrap their bodies around the cocoon, offering the ultimate sacrifice, their own bodies as the first meal for their offspring. It's a plot worthy of a science fiction thriller, isn't it? So while we might squirm at the sight of these slimy creatures, there's no denying that they lead lives that are nothing short of extraordinary. The life cycle of leeches is a testament to nature's capacity for strange and wonderful phenomena. Who knew that the life cycle of a leech could rival the plot of a science fiction movie? What if I told you that leeches have abilities that could be considered alien? Now that's a thought to chew on, isn't it? Or should I say suck on? You see, leeches are fascinating creatures with abilities that could make even a comic book superhero green with envy. Let's start with their resilience. Leeches are like the ultimate survivalists. They can survive in a variety of environments, from fresh water to terrestrial habitats, but here's where it gets extraterrestrial. Some leech species can survive extreme temperatures and conditions that would send most other organisms packing. They're like the cockroaches of the worm world, only slimier. Next on the list, their feeding method. Leeches are famous, or infamous, for their blood-sucking capabilities. They attach themselves to their host, secrete an anesthetic to numb the area, and then it's dinner time. But it's not just the blood-sucking that's impressive. It's the amount of blood they can consume. A leech can consume up to 5 times its body weight in blood. Talk about having a big appetite. And to top it all off, they can go for months without a meal. Now that's some alien-level fasting. And let's not forget about their method of reproduction. Leeches are hermaphrodites, which means each individual has both male and female reproductive organs. After mating, they lay cocoons which contain several eggs. Now I'm no expert on alien reproduction, but that sure sounds out of this world to me. So, there you have it. Resilience that rivals the best survivalists on Earth, a feeding method that would put Dracula to shame, and a method of reproduction that's, well, let's just say it's unique. Leeches may not come from a galaxy far, far away, but their abilities are certainly otherworldly. With abilities like these, who needs a spaceship? So, are leeches our earthy companions, or are they aliens in disguise? Let's take a quick jaunt down memory lane to unravel this mystery. We kicked off our journey by introducing you to the leech theory, an outlandish yet fascinating proposition that these slimy creatures might be extraterrestrial. Remember how we discussed their bizarre survival skills? These small, squishy bloodsuckers can survive in the most inhospitable environments, from freezing temperatures to sweltering heat. They're like the Bear Grylls of the invertebrate world, but with less grilling of fish and more sucking of blood. Moving on, we delved into the unique life cycle of leeches. These creatures don't just hatch, grow and die like your average bug. Nope. They have a complex life cycle that includes stages of development that could rival a soap opera plot. Eggs, cocoons, juveniles, adults. It's a whole cycle of drama, minus the dramatic music. And let's not forget those alien abilities with their multiple brains, infrared vision, and the ability to hibernate for months without food or water. It's like they're straight out of a science fiction movie. They might lack the shiny spacecraft and the ability to speak in cryptic alien tongues, but they sure do bring their own unique brand of weird to the table. But the question remains, are leeches Earthlings or aliens? Well, we don't have a spaceship to take us to their supposed home planet, nor do we have an alien dictionary to decode their secret leech language. What we do have is a creature that defies the norms of nature, that survives against all odds, and that continues to intrigue and mystify scientists and laymen alike. So, whether leeches are Earthlings or aliens, we might never know for sure. But with their unique characteristics and survival skills, they certainly don't seem like your average run-of-the-mill Earthlings, and that, my friends, is what makes them so fascinating. Whether they're from another galaxy or just have a flair for the dramatic, one thing's for sure, leeches are definitely out of this world.